Season 46 of Saturday Night Live is at the halfway point. So we've got 9 musical guests that we've seen this year so far, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Hey everybody, Chris King here. Welcome to the Love Live Music channel. If it's your first time, you're in the right place because you wouldn't have clicked it if you didn't really like live music, like live music, like probably love live music. That's why I call it what I call it. Today, we're talking about Saturday Night Live. I've been a huge SNL fan through the ups and downs for years, since I was a little kid, which is like the late 70s. I've watched it every Saturday. I would videotape it, or now I put it on my DVR, and I always watch it a little bit later when I got in at night or whatever. I've been watching SNL for a long time, and I love to talk about SNL. Maybe someday that's a podcast or something where I just talk SNL stuff. But right now, all season long, season 46, since I've started this YouTube channel, I've been giving a little short review on the musical guests as we've seen them, because we've had a killer lineup. I mean, really, I can't think of a year where in the first 9 episodes, they've had as many huge names, and that's what we've seen. So I want to count down my favorite of the year so far. My favorite of the 9 episodes, musical guest, Saturday Night Live 2020, season 46. Without further ado, coming in at number 9, somebody that's had 2 of the biggest hits of the year, no doubt about it. I just didn't love her performance on SNL. Megan Thee Stallion was just, the lip syncing was just too much for me. As a live music fan, that's what really turned me off from the performance. The dancing was good. The message on her second song was great. But all in all, the performance was lacking for me because I wanted to see her live vocals or some live instrumentation, and I just don't feel like we got that. Same with the next, number 8 on my list, and this is gonna probably aggravate some people, that Justin Bieber, I think, was the 8th best performance on SNL so far in this halfway point of season 46. Number 7, we're gonna call Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen, up-and-coming country artist who had some difficulty getting on the show. Remember, he was supposed to be there back in at the very 1st of October, and then he had the situation where they had to push him back a few episodes. And I thought his performance was really good and really indicative of who he is and what his music is all about. And he performed live, and it was good. Maybe it's that I don't come from a place of knowing a lot of his material, but you know, it was number 7, and I still liked it a lot. Number 6, we've got H.E.R. H.E.R. She just amazes me every time I see her perform. And it's very original and very, she's very talented. And I just really love to see her. I've seen her play keys. I've seen her play guitar. I've seen her play electric guitar, acoustic guitar. She sings outstandingly. And she's got a real cool vibe to her that reminds me of, I don't know what we call this style of music that I feel like Prince has influenced so much. It is soul. It is rock. It is what she's doing. It's what Janelle Monáe does. It's what Yves Tumor does. Moses Sumney. It's what, artists like that I just really gravitate towards. And so I really enjoyed her performance. At number 5, and maybe this is recency bias. I mean, you could probably switch 5 and 6, but Dua Lipa, who just performed on the last episode, I thought she killed it. Did she lip sync? A lot of people think so. I think maybe not. Hard to tell. I mean, she did some stuff vocally, like shouting out the SNL crowd in a way that it sounded live. It looked like her band, and I was trying to watch the drummer, but I definitely was watching the bass player, and it looked like he was playing live, and then he switched over and played keys with one hand, then jumped back on the bass. And I really liked her performance, and maybe it's because I really like her songs. I really like her album, Future Nostalgia. Next up, at number 4, we've got Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. These guys are rock solid every time they perform, and it was such a joy to see them on stage. You probably saw me talk a lot about Springsteen in the run up to that, because I dig it. I dig a Springsteen show. I think he's still one of the great ones that goes out on the road and gives it 110%, like a church revival that lasts 3 hours long every time he walks onto a stage. I dig it. Next up at number 3, The Strokes. Man, I love some Strokes. And this new album that they put out, what's it called? The New Abnormal? The New Not Normal? It's an album that I feel like for some reason is overlooked by the critics this year. Didn't make many of the top end of year lists, but I really like the album, and I love the songs that they played. The Adults Are Talking, and the other one that, I don't know, I forgot the name of it, but I loved them. Number 2, Jack White just blew the stage up, man. His 2 songs just killed, and it was so exciting to see him pretty much on a moment's notice. He got called up on Wednesday or Thursday. There were pictures on his Instagram. He was jumping on a plane. He and his 2 bandmates, who were fantastic. Bass player in the pocket, John Prine shirt. Drummer, drum set up like at an awkward angle. Fun to watch. And Jack White, what a musical treasure we've got with that cat, and I look forward to hearing him for decades, because I think that's how long we're going to continue to hear his music. Number 1, and maybe it was because of times like these, but when the Foo Fighters came out on the Saturday after the election, it was just nothing short of perfection. Sometimes Saturday Night Live gets it so right with their timing in the public conscious, and they did on this one. Foo Fighters, I think it was November 8th or November 9th. Look it up. I'm going to have links. I'm going to have links to as many of these as I can down in the description. But all in all, Saturday Night Live season 46 has been amazing for musical talent. Who do I want to see for the second half of season 46? I'm glad you asked. I want to see Miley Cyrus perform with Billy Idol, because I dig their song on the new Miley Cyrus album, and I think that would be great. Who doesn't love Billy Idol? We need to see more Billy Idol, right? He's a treasure. I would like to see, I wouldn't be surprised if we see McCartney, because he's a friend of the show. And Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton could host and be musical guest. I'm not sure why that hasn't happened, but Dolly Parton would be a pretty solid choice for 2021 second half of season 46. Who do you want to see perform on SNL for these next few months? Because we're going to see shows in January, February, April, March, even May, maybe. Do you like my videos? I hope you do. And if you enjoy what you hear and what you see, I wish that you would click the subscribe button, hit a like. It definitely matters, because it's kind of boost up my videos in the algorithm. And I'm trying to do this for a little while to see if it catches on. And right now things are going pretty good. And I really appreciate everybody that's taken the time to subscribe and do all that stuff. It's a lot of fun for me, and I hope you enjoy it too. And I hope you enjoy some of these other videos that are coming up. And we will talk soon. Love live music.